Hey everyone. Uh, this is part three of me doing WWE talk. I don't know how long each one of these videos are going to be. So one could be about 5 minutes, one could be 15, one could be 1 minute. I don't know. But, anyways, I had that 1 minute. But, anyways, don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on the Instagram, username in the description down below. Don't forget to go to wrestlingisforever.com. Website link is in the description down below. Anyways, just one little thing and then I'll go. Okay, so first things first, I think the Obafemi and Brock Lesnar thing is way too soon. I think that Obafemi needs to build his resume a little bit more. Um, for me, I feel like this match should happen next year at next WrestleMania, not this WrestleMania, next WrestleMania, because Obafemi has literally just come onto the main roster scene. Now, don't get me wrong, he was big in NXT, but the thing is though, with certain wrestlers, not all, but certain wrestlers, if you push them too much, then they'll end up breaking and then end up not being what they want in the end. And then they'll somehow either A, blame the actual wrestler, or B, somehow figure out a way to blame someone else, even though it's their fault to begin with for pushing someone that was most likely not ready to actually be at Brock Lesnar's level yet, in my opinion. Yeah, I think what they should have done was um, have um, Obafemi have this long undefeated streak and then and like win a title, like, not, and I don't mean world title, I mean like intercontinental United States title, something like that. Have them keep the title for from point A to WrestleMania, and then at WrestleMania have Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. Then you have this big buildup of the streak versus the Beast Incarnate, as people call him, and then boom, there you go. And then whether Obafemi continues and goes on after and beats Brock Lesnar, that could continue, and then that could help push him to a higher level. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I love the Danhausen. I think what they're doing with him is great. Um, I do think at some point he is gonna have to wrestle someone because of the fact that he's cursing people left, right, and center. So I think that is like a given, in my opinion. I mean, he's cursed The Miz, he's cursed Grayson Waller, he cursed Dominic Mysterio. That's about three or four people right there. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like at some point one of the people he has cursed is gonna want to wrestle him, and it would make sense uh, for him to wrestle at some point because he's not a bad wrestler. He's actually a half decent wrestler, but I do like what they're doing with him right now. Now, moving on to the CM Punk versus Roman Reigns situation. I do feel like, at least this is just to me, at least, I feel like the fact that, what's his name? Roman Reigns pretty much called CM Punk an old man or an old wrestler, and that's what got him to break and be all, "Oh, I gotta beat him up or I gotta push him," and stuff like that. That to me was kind of dumb in my opinion. didn't think that was like a great move. I feel like Roman Reigns, or they could have got Roman Reigns to say something that was a little bit more of a punch that would actually like want you would want to see CM Punk actually attack him for. Because like when CM Punk mentioned Roman Reigns' father, that made sense. When uh, CM Punk wouldn't apologize to the Usos, that made sense. So, but when Roman Reigns is pretty much calling CM Punk old and that's what sets him off, I mean, come on. People call other people old all the time, and that doesn't set them off. It might annoy them, but it won't really actually set them off. So I don't know. I yeah, I don't know. And I also, by the way, I do think it's funny how Michael Cole screwed up and accidentally said Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental title uh, on Raw last night, and even though it was supposed to be, even though it's Bailey versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental Championship, which I thought was kind of funny. I mean, he did correct himself later, but still, I thought it was kind of funny that they didn't. He didn't automatically correct himself right off the bat, but anyways, and that match was okay. Uh Not great, but not bad. I still think Bailey should be the one that's champion, not AJ Lee, especially due to the fact that like I still think part-time wrestlers, whether they're male wrestlers or female wrestlers, should not be champions. So if AJ Lee is gonna be coming back, she needs to be back more uh, instead of like once every couple of months or something like that. She needs, like, if she wants to be back. Like, and I'm not saying she has to be on Raw every single week, but like every other week or something like that. That needs to happen if she's gonna be uh on Raw or a champion. Period. Um, Also, the Natty versus Maxine Dupree. Um, the match wasn't bad, and I do feel like this feud needs to end sooner than later. And I don't know whether they're trying to set up for a WrestleMania match between the two, but I feel like that's where they're headed with Natty and Maxine Dupree. Just like I feel like they're setting up another Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for WrestleMania, which I feel like that has been overdone, to be honest. I don't think they really need it, in my opinion. But hey, they haven't really started to set up any non-title matches so far that I can remember. That's not including the OFMU versus Brock Lesnar match. I do think that they're setting up the original Americano, Grande Americano, and the real El Grande Americano for WrestleMania because of how things went with the I think it was last Raw. Original Grande Americano was supposed to face against Penta, but then that didn't happen because um, Bravo and Ryo attacked him from behind. Oh, that's another person that got cursed. The original El Grande Americano. So that's about four people that got cursed by Danhausen. So, anyways, I think that's a good way to end it. Uh, like I said, or like the title says, this is part three. Um, I don't know how many of these I will do, but Yeah, and by the way, you can see I'm wearing my Johnny Gargano shirt. This was before WWE, so these are indie shirts. So I don't know where you'd actually be able to get them because I believe WWE told the company that was making these shirts that they could no longer do it because of the fact that he's in WWE now. So, anyways, this is going to be it for me. So, whenever you watch this, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And whether there's a part four, I don't know, but we'll see when that happens. Bye bye.